just what I couldn't see. Eating clean, playing my part, still something breaking inside my heart. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Following every line they drew, still ended up in reverse. Five pills lined up on the sink, each one telling me what to think. Said give it time, you'll be okay, but I kept drifting further away. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Gave them everything I had, still couldn't break that curse. Then one day I just let it go, stopped chasing what I didn't know. Took one step, changed one thing, turned my back on everything. On everything. I'm Lance, yeah, this is my why. North Dakota Carnivore changed my life. Kept it simple, stripped it down, turned it all the way around. Lost the weight, cleared my mind, left that old road far behind. What I found was something true, did it myself, and so can you. I was doing everything right till I walked a different line. Now I see clear as day, this life is finally mine. This is why I do what I do. North Dakota Carnivore, seeing it through, reversed it all, yeah, I made it through. Let's stay together strong, me and you.
All right. Good Sunday morning. How's everybody doing today? It's going to be another beautiful day out here in North Dakota. Currently, middle 70s. And I was just looking at the forecast a little bit ago here, and it's supposed to be going to 97 degrees today. We just had a small thunderstorm go by, didn't hit us. But later today, we're supposed to have severe thunderstorms with damaging winds, hail, and possible tornadoes. And as I was telling somebody in the comments, I'll be that idiot out there with a camera watching this shit, because that's what I've always done. My wife gets mad at me because I know when to come in. I really do. I've been watching this stuff long enough. I've been pretty close to a couple of them. But you got to be very careful out there. So, how's everybody doing today? It is an absolute marvelous day out there. Yep. Let me do this. There we go. I went through YouTube and StreamYard to see if they've got that combination put in there yet, and they don't. So there's nothing in my settings I can change to make the comments show up for both streams in the same one yet. But that is coming. And first one here this morning is Brian. Good morning, Brian. How are you doing today? It's always good to see you here. And Angie, good morning. Doing really good today. I didn't cramp like I did yesterday. I did wake up 3:30 this morning with my foot starting to cramp. Got up and had an Element raw. Drank the 16-ounce bottle of Element, and I was good. Went right back to sleep and slept in. Woke up wide awake at 6:30. My alarm was set today for 7, but it is what it is. I I do have work that I do on weekends. 8 o'clock in the morning, I do have a phone call I do in a meeting with people, but it's it's all good. I just had to wake up a little bit earlier today. Spent some time at the local pool here yesterday too. That was actually kind of nice. Good morning, Jeff. Always great to see you here. How's it going today? Was it Lima Sangla? Lima? Good morning. How are you doing today? It's nice to see you here. John, together strong. Top of the morning to you, good sir. Brian says started a water fast this morning. The blood glucose 77, ketones 2.0. Happy with these numbers. Haven't did any fasting for about 2 weeks. That's great. Having your glucose down and your ketones up like that, just starting a water fast, it's impressive. It's always good. Retired Rick, nice to see you here. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yep. Uncle Willie, good morning. How are you today? Great to see you here. Lets me know that the Rumble feed is actually working. Don't show anybody on X today. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes I get more people watching on X. So whenever you see the viewer count, there's a lot of times that my X feed has more people. They just don't ever talk on X. And I don't understand that. Because I've watched lives on X and I always comment on them. Meal prep Sunday, yeah. It's a good day to do it. I've got my meal prep going. It's one of the things I was trying to do. My phone was not updating this today, and I don't know why. That's really frustrating. I took a picture I wanted to put in here. I've got a 2-pound, 10-ounce bone-in prime ribeye that I have in the fridge. It's been it was salted, and it's been in the fridge since Tuesday. Dry aging. It looks absolutely marvelous. And Dan, how are you doing today? Hey, if you guys don't know, Lions Down Aboard podcast, he's got two of them. He's Jets Afterburner and the Lions Down Aboard podcast. He's got some great content out there. He's got some great cooking videos. That's an amazing grill that he has. I watch his stuff. I can't watch it while I'm fasting because he makes me want to break my fast and go grill something. Yeah, not a fan of the bad weather. I don't mind it. I actually sleep better. It irritates my wife because when we have bad weather and it's at night, she's not used to this. We've been up here for 30 years. She's still not used to this weather. She's from California. Where she lived in California, they'd have a rumble of thunder once in a while, like once or twice a year, and that was it. She's not used to having thunderstorms that go on for hours. Helix, good morning. How are you doing today? It's nice to see you here. Every time I see your name, Helix, I still go back to the original name before I can ever say Helix Redefine Fire or Refine Fire. I always go with the other name first. In my head, I have a hard time with this name. I don't know why. It's just whenever I see Helix, it's always the old name that comes first. Like, when we live longer, they don't stand out in a storm for a better view. That is true. Men do some stupid stuff, don't we? But that's the way men are. Ugh. some really good bean broth this morning. I enjoy that. And I've discovered for my coffee, I figured this out the other day, and it took me a long time. I've got a setting on my coffee pot for a strong brew. So I can actually use less grounds and get a stronger flavor out of it. So it's like every 3 pots of coffee or 4 pots of coffee I make, I'm getting one of them for free. You know, why not? It takes just a couple minutes longer to brew the coffee, but it is so much better. And the taste just is always better. Jeff says your back is better when going to the chiropractor almost 100%. I really like my chiropractor. Um, their office, they have several chiropractors in their office. And there's 3 of the chiropractors there that I will see. And they are all excellent. I've had more help from aches and pains from the chiropractor than from any other doctor. All the doctors out there want to do is cut you open or give you drugs. Chiropractors, they work with you. I've even had acupuncture from my chiropractor when I was very overweight and I was trying to slow my weight loss or my weight gain down. I was trying to lose weight, trying to get things to change. I was, trying to do what I could with the high blood pressure, and the acupuncture was for my blood pressure, for my weight, for my hunger, and there's a couple other things that we discussed. And you do all these needles and stuff, and what it did work. I didn't lose weight, but at the time that I was doing the acupuncture, it stopped my weight gain, and that's when I was really starting to gain a lot of weight. And I don't remember why I stopped going to him for the acupuncture. Maybe because I wasn't losing weight and I was getting impatient with it. But as soon as I stopped doing the acupuncture, the weight came on pretty quick after that again. I was like, damn, that sucked. But chiropractors are really good for your joints. I really agree, strongly agree with that. I always call her Helix. She can change her name all she wants. Yeah, it's just Helix refined other than Carnivore Helix. It's just every time I see the name, it's Carnivore Helix first, and I have to stop from saying it because that's what I first knew her as. Well, it should be up there. Brian says I also gave up iced coffee. Hope I'm not in jail by the end of the day. The iced coffee is a good thing. It depends upon the person, okay? And when you're fasting, sometimes that caffeine in the coffee will act as a mild appetite suppressant, and it can be useful and can be helpful. But there's also the negatives that come with coffee, tea, any of that stuff. So you just have to be careful. But if you need to have coffee, by all means, have coffee. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of bean broth. Charger Mopar, I always found coffee nasty. Yep. Good morning, Rick. It's nice to see you here this morning. And then I guess that's some people always have found. My wife can't stand coffee. She will not drink. She likes the smell of it when it's brewing, but she will not drink it. She cannot handle it. Oh, you're on your phone. Chat is way too small to read. Yeah. It's just down there in that bottom corner, and you're using the you're using the regular view. But it is a little bit different. And I missed one here. Kay, hello. How are you doing today? It's nice to see you in this morning. And did you guys know the guy Spanky? He's on Ozempic. He said on one of the platforms. There's a few people that are using Ozempic. Some people are using Ozempic as it's intended for their diabetes, for diabetic management. Some people are using it for weight loss as Wegovy. Each person has their own journey. And if some people have to use this or want to use this to try to come off of this or that, if they use it as a tool and not a crutch, I have no problem with that. Um, my wife is a type 2 diabetic, and she was on, oh, what was it? Victoza, which is another GLP-1. And then our insurance stopped covering it. And they wouldn't cover Ozempic at that time. And she just had to come off of it altogether. She didn't have any ill effects from it. So sometimes people need it. So you should get a hold of that guy, Kip, and tell him to try and go. Again, Kip has his own journey he has to go through. I've actually emailed with Kip and I've talked with him about it, and this is what he thinks is best for him. Whether I agree with it or not, it's his choice, and then we have to, stand by him. Yeah, I know. And there's a lot of people who've had this surgery, and they have had issues with it. We have people in this chat that come in and do that. We have people in the Carnivore Quest chat. We have a bunch of people out there who have done this, who have had the surgeries and who have gained the weights back and then have gone back off of them. Again, this is Kip's journey, and I support Kip. It's what he has to do for his family. Yeah, he's eating a regular diet right now, but it is his choice. He's going to have the surgery. He's going to lose weight. They're going to have him on those terrible drinks to begin with. But he does have a community here that will support him. So when he wants to come back and he wants to get healthy the carnivore way, we will be here for him. Correct, Brian. Good for Spanky. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, we know who you're talking about, Uncle Charlie. Yeah. The duck food diet. That is correct, and that's what they're going to put Kip on. And it's terrible. The thing that they're going in for the surgery, the surgeons are going to give him, or after the surgery, the recommendations that they're going to give him is for these sugary drinks that are full of seed oils and full of carbs, the exact same thing that caused his weight gain. But they're just going to be doing less of them, so he will lose weight to begin with. But as soon as he's able to start eating regular foods, if he goes into a more of a carnivore, keto, whole foods diet instead of ultra processed, he'll be a lot better. And we all know that. And I'm sure Kip knows that himself too. But it's a food addiction that people are having trouble with. These ultra processed foods are engineered to make us want more of them. And that's where a lot of people are having so much trouble. Well, thanks. Yeah, I'm 59 years old, and Rick is saying that this is what a late 50s guy is supposed to look like now. Right. I think I look pretty good. I am 59 years old. I'll be 60 years old in January. And I feel better now than I did when I was in my 20s. I look better now than I did 2 years ago. And I can tell you, let me show you. Where did it go? Let me show you. There you go. The picture on the left there, that's 2 years ago. The picture on the right is this spring. It's a huge difference on how I look and how I feel. The guy on the left there, I woke up in pain every morning. It took me 5-10 minutes just to get out of bed. Now I wake up and I roll right out of bed, get up, and I get going. I don't have to wait. Usually the only thing I do is I make sure my second alarm is shut off on my phone before I get out of bed and go in the bathroom to get ready for work or get ready for whatever. But it's a huge difference. And my body hasn't felt this good. I can't remember when. And the amazing thing is that's what Rick feels all the time, because he doesn't have that food addiction that we've all grown up with, that we all did. He started this diet when he was 16 years old, Rick? You've been doing this forever. It seems like you haven't had the issues that some of us have had. Anyway, I am very envious of that. Wow. That was really a slow transition on my screens. I don't know how it was on your screens on this comment. That's really crazy. Brian says, I'm so glad I'm not on screen at the moment. Why is that, Brian? Are you having issues this morning? Is it a bad hair day? I have them too when I have hair. I don't. Uncle Willie says, it's like my mother-in-law going on Ozempic and doing the sugar diet. It's her choice, right? And, I've actually done some research on the sugar diet and on fat fasting. And what they do, they trigger the same hormone. And I can't remember what it is. It's escaping the top of my head. But what it does, if you eliminate all fat and proteins out of your diet and just do the sugar diet, just sugars, you trigger a specific hormone and you will lose weight. Is it good for you? No, it's not. But it's the same hormone that's triggered when you do a strict fat fast and you cut out proteins and you cut out carbohydrates. It triggers that same hormone and you will lose weight quickly. Oh, hey, that's what happened. My phone just updated. And the picture I wanted of what my dinner tonight is going to be just popped up on that screen, so I can actually save it into my computer and add it to this StreamYard stream when I want to put it up there. Awesome. Charger Mopar says, I don't understand why Kip Moore would eat low quality crap versus meats and other tasty foods. He's still addicted to the carbohydrates and to the ultra processed foods. Some people, that addiction is way deeper than others, and it takes a lot more willpower for some to be able to get out of it. It is an addiction, and as someone who's dealt with several different types of addiction, not with just me, but with other family members, it can be really hard. Admittedly, I am probably the youngest looking guy I've ever met at my age. And you look nowhere near your age. You're 57 or 58, right, Rick? I mean, you're just a little bit younger than me. Yeah, 15 years old when you switched over to the carnivore diet or the heart attack diet. Yep. Yeah, Uncle Charlie, it's totally different. My driver's license looks nothing like me. Um, I also have a concealed carry license. My concealed carry license and my driver's license were taken within a month of each other. And holy crap! I have to get them both redone because if I get stopped and I give them those license, they're not going to believe that it's me, and I'm going to go to jail. But it is me. Brian just annoyed with weight loss, surgery talk, and the GLP-1 talk. Yep, they're tools, and there's nothing I can say about it other than they're tools, and some people do need them. People have gone through it. Brian's gone through the weight loss surgery track once, so he knows what that does for a person and what the outcome can be. GLP-1s, I actually tried to get on Wegovy or Ozempic before I started the carnivore diet. I didn't know about the carnivore diet. I tried getting on them. My insurance company denied it because who knows why? Because they're cheap and because at the time it was very expensive. But I was 347, 350 pounds and gaining weight. My blood pressure is out of control, and my insurance company denied something that would help me. You got that going on too, you know. It's for a lot of people, it's what they can afford to do. Yeah, she's losing a ton of muscle at an old age, not optimal. That's true, and that's not what you really want. Yeah, Rick is 58 years old. Good morning, Terry. It's so nice to see you. How are you doing? You're up in BC right now, right? You're still up there? Compare me now to my profile pic when I was 32 years old. There's not a whole lot of difference between you and your 32-year-old self. You guys look really good. You had another good day yesterday with food. That's great, Terry. So for my fasting, I broke my fast with this. I did the 168 hours. I broke it with 2 eggs, 4 pieces of bacon. That's what I broke my fast with on Friday night. After I had that, I had some other foods. It wasn't a whole lot of calories. It was only like altogether, I think it's only 1,100 calories for the day. Yesterday, I had a really big breakfast. I had 6 eggs, a pound of bacon, and some sausage. Then I did my live stream, and then while I was in with the Carnivore Quest live stream, I also did 2 Teton Waters beef sausage or beef pull sausage dogs. I had 2 of those. I had a cup of 4% cottage cheese. So that's 2 servings. And then what is it, the green, whatever that is, that's beef sticks. And that was what I had yesterday for food. Today, this is what is waiting for me. Later this afternoon, I'm going to throw this on the smoker. And I'm going to smoke it in my, I have the Pit Boss Austin XL, and I have the side smoker attachment that goes onto it. So I set the Pit Boss at 180 degrees. The side smoker will go to about 160, and that will fill with smoke. I'm going to throw this bad boy in there. That is a 2-pound, 10-ounce bone-in prime ribeye. I bought a prime rib roast this fall, and it was just shy of 10 pounds. I cut 3 big old steaks out of it, and this happens to be one of them. And this is my dinner tonight for my wife and I. Now, last time I made one of these here, I've got one more left. Last time I made this here, she agreed she'd try some of it. She doesn't like all the fat. She still has some of that phobia for the fat because, women have been it's been demonized to women so much that fat makes you fat and that fat's bad for them, that they have a hard time still. Even my wife, who's been eating mostly carnivore for about 18 months. Still has an issue eating fat. But I was going to share it with her. So I had this 2.5 pound ribeye like that and like 16 pieces of shrimp. And I ended up eating it all that night. She didn't get any of it, but she wasn't upset. She wasn't even hungry that night. So it worked out well. Yeah. Thanks, Brian. Rick says, when I was in the summer getting ready to go to high school, I was so desperate to gain weight. I prayed for God to help me become muscular. Instead, look what happened. You made the right choice and actually worked out very well for you. Fix that. Oh, you're out for a walk now, Terry? That's good. That's 8:30 on the West Coast. It is early in the morning. That it is. Hey, good morning, Kelly. It's great to see you. You're 9 days on Lion Diet. Feeling great. That is awesome. So happy for you there. I know that going through I know you went down to Mexico and you've had all kinds of issues and stuff. It's really great to see you in here, Kelly. And being on Lion Diet, it can be hard, but it is so worth it if you can do it for a week, 2 weeks, a month. There's a lot of benefit that can come from being on a strict Lion Diet. That'd be a light meal for you, yeah. Now I'm not ruling out eating more later, but right now my bean broth is doing its job. It's helping my appetite. And I'm still trying to lose some weight. So yesterday I spent time out at the our city pool. Spent some time in the water, in the sun. 90. Well, the temperature gauge they have there said it was 97 degrees out, and it was absolutely beautiful. Towards the end of the day, some of the loungers opened up, and my wife took this picture of me just chilling out at the beach. And if you look at my belly here, you can still see I still have a belly. I still have a lot of weight to lose in there. Yeah, I've gone down to 205 back in February, and I'm back up in the two teens now. I've lost some weight doing this fast. I've lost a lot of fat. A lot of that fat around my belly has actually been repurposed and moved around. That's actually smaller than what it has been. But I still have weight to lose. I sure enjoyed having that sun. That felt really good. Yeah, good morning. Right. It's exactly right. If fat makes you fat, explain how you exist. Explain how I exist now, or any of us that are doing this type of diet. How are we existing? How are we surviving? Rick has been doing this for 40 plus years, and he's thriving. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it? Brian says we need to stop putting people down, and everyone's journey is different. People need to stop the gotcha and the other people's path. Yeah, I agree. Sunshine, good morning. Where are you from? Well, right there behind my head says North Dakota. That's where I'm at. So, just like you see Kelly, the Missouri carnivore, I'm Lance, the North Dakota carnivore. So that's where I'm from. Kelly would be from Missouri or Missouri, depending upon how you say it, right, Kelly? John wants to know, Kelly, what does lion taste like? Can't say I ever ate a lion. That's funny, John. I've never thought to ask that before. That's a good one. Sunshine, hey, that's awesome. You're from Myanmar. Well, welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you here. Now, what's the date and the time where you're at? Are you on the other side of the date line, so you're ahead of us a day, or but you are really ahead of us for the time? I know that. I just don't know what the exact time would be over there. It's great to see you on the live stream. I appreciate you stopping in and checking us out. Yeah. Yeah, Jeff says I've never eaten a lion either. And he says the pool we put in is my little circle of heaven. It's like therapy. The pool water was 90 degrees yesterday. This pool water that we were in yesterday was nowhere near 90 degrees. We have two big slides at the city pool and then three little ones. Because of the wind, they shut down the big slides yesterday because it was too windy. We had some really high winds yesterday. And again, it was only its second day open for the season, which is crazy. Let's see. Kelly says it should be called the vegan diet. The animals eat the vegan diet and we eat the animals. Correct. I'm a vegan by proxy. Right? I need more sunshine. I do. This is only, what was it? 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we had a couple really nice days. One of them happened to be on the weekend, so I was able to go out and get some sun. And then yesterday. Otherwise, the nice days have been while I've been at work in my office. And I haven't been able to get outside and enjoy any of it. After this live stream, I'm going to head out in the front yard or backyard. I don't know which one yet. And I'm going to enjoy some of the sunshine. Hey, how about them Golden Knights? Double overtime victory last night. They now lead the series 2-1. So they are impressive, Amy. And welcome to the stream, Amy. Nice to see you today. Gotta love the Golden Knights. See, now if I had Larry's Can You Dig It, I'd be playing that after this comment. Because, hell yeah, I can dig it. John says, I pretty much only eat hamburger and sardines. Chicken on Saturdays, I don't know what you call that. I'm not about labels. I call it eating a proper human diet and eating healthy is what it is. You're eating what your body lets you eat. You're eating what you want to eat, and everything that you're eating is actually proper for you. So it's a proper human diet is what it is. Dr. Barry did nickname it that, and it is accurate. Yep. Brian wants to know, can I be the Southwest Kansas carnivore? If that's what you want to do, absolutely, Brian. There's no reason why you couldn't be. And you can actually start a YouTube channel as a Southwest Kansas carnivore and keep your handle as Brian Airy. It will let you do that. You just have to set it up that way. I was actually thinking about changing my handle, the name that shows up when I make comments, to NDC Lance. Keeping the channel as North Dakota Carnivore, but changing the handle so that it's NDC. Been thinking about it. I've actually thought about that quite a bit. Might be getting closer. Might not. Still pondering. Half-pound burgers are my favorite. Half-pound burgers are good too. And I do like doing the quarter-pound patties. Especially if you can buy the 80/20 ones from Walmart. They're a buck a patty. You throw 6 of them in the oven at 400 degrees from frozen, from a cold oven. 30 minutes later, they're done. It's simple. So easy to do. And it's a quick meal. Or you go back and you take them all out and let them thaw out and you throw them all on your Blackstone. And you cook them all at one time on a Blackstone. I've done that too. You get too much sunburn is peeling. Yes, that will happen. And it was amazing because yesterday I spent 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours in direct sun, going in and out of the pool. I didn't burn, and it was mid 90s. My wife, she wasn't getting in the water, but she was on the deck watching our granddaughter, who was in her age appropriate pool. But my wife was on the deck walking around, talking and doing whatever she does. She didn't burn either. And neither one of us had anything other than just getting a little bit darker. And it was really nice. John says, "Good morning, Amy. Good to see you. Don't see you too often anymore since I've been going to bed earlier." Right? Yeah, Amy says I have a separate account for viewing so people know who I am. Keto Rockstars is her YouTube channel that she does stuff on, and Rockin' Coach Amy is who she chats in the comments with. Yeah. Yeah, I've actually been reading those, John. Oh, I see. I got you. Did you send more today? Okay. Yeah, I've read the ones that I got yesterday. I've read all of those already, and I've actually replied back to Eve, and she's also replied to that. So it all seems to be working out pretty good. Oh, it's one of those things where my nose is starting to run, and I don't have any Kleenex in here. Angie says, "Me too, Uncle Willie. I am now appealing." Are you appealing? That's. I thought we only did those to vegetables. Are you a vegetable, Angie? Come on. Yeah, hey, hit that like button. I do appreciate that if you would hit that like button and let me know that you are getting something out of this. I appreciate that. Brian says I stayed up late last night drawing. I'm dragging now. Well, I didn't. I went to bed pretty early last night, well before the Vegas game got over. Okay, athletes are superstitious, and I've been an athlete most of my life. They do some weird stuff, right? And this is what happens. During one of the series that the Vegas Golden Knights were playing in, they were behind in a game. And I said, all right, I got to go to bed. I can't stay up and watch this. As soon as I went to bed, Vegas came back and won. The next game, the same thing was happening. My son looked at me and said, "Get your old ass to bed so they can win." So I did. And they won. I haven't watched another game since. And they've only lost one game since that happened. So I didn't watch any of the game last night. I knew they were playing. I knew it was on. I didn't talk to my son. I just went to bed because, it's working. If I can go to bed and Vegas can win, I'll wake up happy. That's what I want. Elias, good morning. I'm doing well, my friend. And how are you today? It's nice to see you here again. And she says, "I'm roasting some cabbage and bacon grease in the oven right now." Right. Got to have some vegetables to peel anyway, right? But at least you're cooking it in bacon grease because that will help. See, Sunshine, I am from North Dakota. Look right above me here. You'll see where I'm at. Spectator sports are so boring to me. Being a spectator of sports can be really boring. It's like I can watch golf on TV because they're always going to the most current shot. Something's always going on. I can't stand watching baseball on TV. I don't mind going to a baseball game live because they're entertaining when they're live. But on TV, they drag on forever. I can't stand doing that stuff. It's just annoying to me. I love going to hockey games. Our hockey team has done some amazing stuff here in the last couple of years, and for the age of our team and the age of the players, it's just amazing what they go through. Oh, look. Seeing one of the other features that StreamYard has is now the chat. If I miss and this just popped in here when, see, Elias just popped one on, and then this just popped up with it. But this happened earlier. I went from Elias to Angie's, and I missed Terry's. Time for a nap. Yeah. Now, where are you at in the world, Elias? Are you here in the U.S. or are you in another country, or where might you be at? And are you yourself eating a low carb diet or a vegan diet or a carnivore diet? Just curious. All right, I'm going to have to go into this here real quick. And where do I do that? Right here. I'm going to play this here real quick. I'll be right back.
Fix what I couldn't see. Eating clean, playing my part. Still something breaking inside my heart. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Following every line they drew, still ended up in reverse. Five pills lined up on the sink, one telling me what to think. Said give it time, you'll be okay. But I kept drifting further away. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Gave them everything I had, still couldn't break that curse. Then one day I just let it go. Stopped chasing what I didn't know. Took one step, changed one thing, turned my back on everything. This is my why. North Dakota carnivore changed my life. Kept it simple, stripped it down, turned it all the way around. Lost the weight, cleared my mind, left that old road far behind. What I found was something true, did it myself, and so can you.
Sorry about that. My nose was just driving me crazy, so I had to go take care of that. That's drinking hot coffee, drinking liquids in a cool house because AC is on. It's actually pretty warm out. I don't know what the temperature has gotten up to, but it has gone up. So, oofda. Yeah, my Norwegian's coming out. Bangladesh. Well, hey, that's great to have you in here from Bangladesh. I appreciate it, Elias. Yeah, we all have intermissions, and I actually learned that from you, Rick. That's something that you've got that set up where you have your standby for whatever, and I do have that set up. I don't have buttons. I have to go into my media and find it. And sometimes that's just annoying, but it helps so that I can actually leave and do stuff. I had it set up yesterday to do it, and a banner because I had roof work being done. If I had to go out there and do anything with the guy because he was old. This was his first job since he had his knee replaced, so I was kind of worried about the guy. But I had it set up so I could play that while I went out there if I had to go out there and help him. And intermissions sometimes are needed. Uncle Willie says that is a very well done AI video. If the sound and video were synchronized, then it would be much better. Yeah, and I love it because as imperfect as it is, so am I. And it really works for me. That's the work of John Together Strong. And it's absolutely amazing. The words of the song are actually my carnivore story. And it's really cool because you have to listen to it to figure out what each of the different verses are talking about and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I was thinking about doing a reaction video to it so I could explain it a little bit to people so they understand what the lyrics are and what they're referring to in my journey. Have a great one, Terry. Take care. We'll see you in the chats. Yeah. Rick says it's rare. I can go hours on live with no break. And he does. Rick will go a long time without a break. And then sometimes he does need a break. And he's got it set up where he can take his break real quick. Sometimes he just gets up and walks off and then comes back. I've done that before too. Kind of like being able to put that up there just to have it. Rick says I need to get into the AI music and make my own version of Muzak. Right? That'd be pretty cool. Brian says I'm trying to hold off on the AC doing better than last year. Another benefit of losing weight, right? Personally, if it was me, I wouldn't have the AC on in my house yet. My wife is going through that stage. She gets hot flashes, and I would rather have the AC on in the bill than deal with her a hot flash in a hot house. I can put on a hoodie or something, or I can go out, stand in the sunshine to warm up. Where for her to cool down, that's more important for me right now. John says once I catch up on things, I'm going to take it back in the editor and lip sync. You don't have to. I like it like it is because, like I said, as imperfect as I am, it's also not perfect, and that's what I like. It doesn't bother me. I listen to the words and the music, and most of the time I'm just bebopping along with it. And now I'm singing it myself. You guys can't see me off camera when I'm doing it, but I'm still singing it too. Oh, but so I have this to look forward to. This is going to be an amazing smoked ribeye steak using the post oak. Absolutely love it. This is my fast. This is the 7 days I did this fast and what the results were. I actually started at 221. That was after breaking another fast. And that was just mostly water weight right there. I went down to 216, stayed at 216 for 3 days, went up to 217, 218. Then I ended at 214, which is fantastic. 214.8 is where my weight was when I ended it. That was 168 hours and 12 minutes, 53 seconds. That's when I started cooking it, and that's when I was breaking it. I probably didn't start eating until right around 6 o'clock, because it doesn't take long to cook some over easy eggs. And then Friday morning, this was my blood glucose and my ketones. At 9:05 in the morning, they hit 7 for ketones, and my glucose stayed at 82. So it never got into a dangerous area, never got to a dangerous stage. It was absolutely amazing fast. And when you're burning your fat for energy and your ketones are up at 7, that just says I'm burning a lot of fat. Whether I lost a lot of weight or not, I know I lost a lot of fat just because of how much of it I was burning for ketones, for energy. Yeah, it was a great job on the video. Uncle Willie says he has his AC on 70. My wife is also having hot flashes. Yeah. I've actually got my wife talked into 71, because at 70, I get too cold. Yeah, absolutely. There are plenty of videos on John's channel. If you have not checked out John Together Strong on his YouTube channel, click on the link with a QR code up there. You can go to his channel, support him. Actually, let me do this real quick. Go to John's channel, check out his videos. He's got some good videos on that. There's some really good stuff on there. Check them out. You might have to watch and listen to them, listen to the words. You might learn something. I know I did. Yeah. Those are actually pretty good numbers for what I was trying to do. The only thing that wasn't good was the amount of weight loss, but I know burning fat and turning, building muscle, I can lose a pound of fat, gain a pound of muscle, and still lose inches on my body, which is also an important thing to do. If you're starting this way of eating, or even if you've been on this way of eating and you're in a stall, take measurements of your body. Take measurements of your thighs, your calves, your forearms, your bicep, your neck, your waist around your belly button, your chest under your breastbone, under your breast, and then across the largest part of your chest. You can find the difference in those inches where you're not going to be losing weight on the scale, but you'll lose a quarter inch here, half inch there, or an inch there. And overall, you'll lose a couple of inches, but you don't lose pounds. Your body is building muscle and eating the fat, which is absolutely great. And then a few days later, a week later, then you'll lose the weight because you are still burning fat and it's keeping up with the fat being burnt in the muscle and stuff. So taking measurements of your body is a great help also. Rick says, you like your air conditioner set at 68? That's just way too cold for me, man. Yeah. And see, Elias is saying he really wants to see my North Dakota Carnivore message reach thousands of more people. Let's get a chance to 1,000 subscriber mark soon. You know, whether I get 1,000 subscribers or if I stay where I'm at, I don't know where I am right now. The views and reaching people through the views, through the replays, because I get just as many views during the week watching the replays as I do on the lives. if I touch people and it helps them, that's what it's about. Brian says, when I started, I took measurements, weight pictures, best decision ever. See, when I did my beach body stuff, I did that. I had all the tape. I did my calves, I did my thighs, my waist, my belly, my chest in both places, my forearms, my neck. I did all of that. So I could see where I was losing inches, but my weight wasn't moving at times. And then a few days later, the weight would go. So that part I really know about, and I've known that for years. When I started carnivore, I didn't start carnivore for a weight loss. I started carnivore for my blood pressure. So I never did any of that. I wish I would have. I really do. It would have been better for me for personally knowing what's going on. John says, I have another channel, but it's mostly set up for business side of Eagle Project Productions, Ohio business doing advertising in cinematic videos. Awesome. Brian says, if I can afford an AC on 68, I might be in heaven. Yeah, I still wouldn't do that. That's too cold. Well, actually, when I was 350 pounds, we had our house set at 68. We had in wintertime, even in the wintertime, I had the house set cold when I was a lot heavier. Donna Ray, good morning. How are you today, Donna Ray? It's nice to see you here. Awesome. It's so nice to have Donna Ray show up, hang out. But it is that time, and I've been on for over an hour now. I got to go out and do some quick yard work, and then I'm going to be laying out in the sun, enjoying this beautiful weather before we get any of this extreme weather coming into us. You all have a great day, a great Sunday. That's no problem, Donna Ray. And we will see you all in the live stream chats. And you never know when I might just pop up and have another live stream here sometime this week. But in the meantime, got a little more music for you to listen to. You all have a great day. Have a great weekend. And we'll talk to you all later.